News Talk 640 WFNC. I can see that Linda Mcallister is getting fidgety over there. She's flipping already through the pages of the up-and-coming weekly magazine. I'm sorry, up-and-coming weekly newspaper. I haven't done that in a long time. How are you this morning?
Very good.
That's good. And we also have in the studio with us Greg Adair. Greg, you are a drummer, no question about it.
I'm a drummer, like my mom used to say.
And tell everybody the band for which you play the drums.
River Mist is a local. We've been blessed through the years. Formed in 2014, and actually the way it was formed was in a different band. One of the players coming down with pancreatic cancer at 48.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so we've done several of the shows to raise money for him. Then after he passed, we tried to change the name to get it away from. It was his name before.
Yeah, pull that microphone around in front of you a little bit. Just you can turn it around there. You're a drummer, you know how. Bring it around. There you go. Oh, now you look like Pinocchio. Pull it off to the side there. There, because we're on the podcast as well, so we got you up there. All right, now you sound much better. Linda Mcallister.
Yes.
You guys come in here with Up and Coming Weekly every other week, and Bill Bowman, is he okay? How's he doing?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
All right. So you guys kind of flip-flop from week to week.
Yes.
And it's your turn to tell us about some of the exciting things that you have in this edition of the Up and Coming Weekly. And you brought some props.
Correct. That's right. Today is my show and tell.
Okay.
So today, here you go.
Hey, I'll add them to what I have over here.
This is to remind you and the listeners that April has been Child Abuse Awareness Month. Aha!
Pull that over
there.
there.
You are.
Yeah, we're on store
that's
there.
Right, that's right.
Hold it over that way a little bit out of her face. There you go. No, right there's fine. Put it lift up there.
This is to remind the listeners that this weekend is the Lip Sync Showdown. It is the fundraiser for the Child Advocacy Center. It's going to be at the Crown. Wonderful event. The participants, they morph into a favorite singer. In the past, this gentleman who admitted that he was 70 years old, he channeled Prince. He was dressed in purple. He had the moves. He was fantastic. And then Stephanie Kegler, Dancing Without Sin, she morphed into Tina Turner with these great thighs as she walked. She shimmied on the stage. It's just great. Regular folk will transform into different celebrities. And in fact, one year, publisher Bill was Sonny, and Nikki Hart was Cher. So that was fun to watch.
This event, where is that going to take place?
It's going to be at the Crown and the Child Advocacy Center. You have had on a couple of times. You've had the director,
sure,
and also Faith. So I always look forward to that.
Boehmer.
Yes,
her name is spelled a certain way, but it looks like Boehmer or something. But it's Boehmer is how you pronounce it. Yes, great folks.
And what I want to point out to the listeners and to anyone that is tuning into the podcast, the 3 past weeks of Up and Coming Weekly, it shows you just the versatility of the entertainment here in town, because the current issue talks about the music that Greg Adair is going to talk about shortly. And then we've got Swan Lake for the people that want to see a little culture. This is the World Ballet that's coming to town. They're visiting over 100 cities, and Fayetteville is on their list. So the cover story inside is about Swan Lake, and then the current cover is about the Lip Sync Showdown. So it's a good article inside. Also in this issue, or actually not in this issue, but last week's issue, on page 20 was a memorial dedicated to First Sergeant Bud Wilson. This gentleman was the last surviving person here in town that survived a prisoner of war camp. During the Korean War, he was in a Chinese prisoner of war camp. And he survived. He got back into the military service and was living here in town.
You know, I did a story on him on WREL as well. So I had a chance to talk to several of the prisoner of wars who lived in our community. And each story, each time we had a chance to talk, it touched your heart, and it's living history. And so I encourage everybody, if you are living in this town and you know someone who served during World War II, that number is dwindling. Not only get out and thank them for the service, get out there and have a conversation with them. And finally, not only them, but we have Vietnam era veterans who are prisoners of war as well. And for many of them, they didn't want to talk. They didn't have the dialogue. But now some of them are opening up, and it's a good opportunity for you to see what they went through in order to protect this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And there's only 1% of us who volunteer, and I'm proud to say I'm a veteran. I see my Ranger cap over there. I keep it with me.
Bless you for your service.
Well, so you can do that in a lot of ways. And so we want to make sure that we celebrate this. We got Memorial Day is going to be coming up here next month, Mother's Day, and we have a lot of women who served in the military. So we're going to highlight all that kind of stuff here on WFNC as the week progresses.
So if anyone wants to pay tribute to First Sergeant Wilson, there will be a celebration of life at VFW 670 Thursday night at 5 o'clock, and the funeral will be up at the Sand Hills Cemetery with full military honors at 2 o'clock. So people that may never have met him could at least show to celebrate his life. The other thing that is very important that is in the current issue is our Best of Fayetteville ballot. And this ballot, Gilbert, has your name on it.
No, you're kidding. It does not.
It does.
My name on
There are 100 categories. The ballot for Best of Fayetteville is going to be in the next 4 issues of Up and Coming Weekly. We will throw a party in September for the winner. And we feel that our survey is the most authentic and fair because we do not prompt our readers to select from these 3, these 4. We want them to spontaneously, organically write in who they feel is the best band, the best Chinese restaurant, the best veterinarian, et cetera, et cetera. And as you go through the ballot, which can be done online, you'll see that the categories have been clustered so that people can go directly to the section, be it automotive, be it health and fitness. Go to the section that interests you or that you've got something to offer. People are not required to fill in every single line, at least 15. That's what we ask. So this ballot's going to be around throughout the month of May. Voting starts May 1st and ends the 31st.
It's been a part of this community since, I guess, the inception of the paper. I don't know who came up with the idea to do the best of, but it was Bill Bowman. And, I've had occasion when I was with WRAL and WTVD to be selected one of the best, TV reporters. It's a category that's not in there anymore because Bill says, and rightfully so, we don't have a TV station here in Fayetteville. And so we've been fighting to get that type of recognition. And unfortunately for us, the stations don't do as good a job, we think, in terms of covering the good stuff that happens in this community on a regular basis. And I stick by that because I know in working with Channel 11 and Channel 5, I had to fight every day to say, this is a good story. We need to do this. Yeah, but there was a murder. Well, why does the murder always have to be the representation of Fayetteville? There was a murder in Durham. There's a murder in Wake County. Do Wake County. We got the Dogwood Festival. We got something good news down here that we want to share. But it was a battle, and I fought it the best I could.
And when I first came to town, there was Channel 40. That was on Donaldson Street. Studio.
FCT, I think it was.
It was Counterforce 40. I was the weatherman on that station. And we had John Rendleman, who did sports.
I remember him.
And Charles Tunnell was the news anchor. And you're right. We had that channel. And I'm not going to take up your time here, but I am going to tell you this. They called us into the studio on a Monday and said, we're going to stop doing the 10 o'clock news. It was the first 10 o'clock news in North Carolina. And they said they're going to stop doing it on Friday. And I said, well, at least we have, until Friday to put our air checks together and all that kind of stuff. They said, no, the last day was Friday this past. You're all fired right now. And that's how that TV station went off the air. Whoa. And we lost the Jewel, and I think it turned into the Hispanic station, the Latino station, Univision.
Accento
Univision. Yeah, and so we still need, I think, coverage. We're a big enough town here to have coverage in Fayetteville. And I made a proposal to say Fayetteville State University broadcasters or broadcasters from somewhere in this area can put on a newscast that is representative of what happens in this community other than murders.
Because
See, another thing that would be a great addition too is to have live DJs again, live shows.
Well, tell me that.
Yeah.
Greg, you make a good point. We're in Cumulus Broadcasting right now.
I get it.
We're live. Q98's over there, Magic over there, and 106. There's not an announcer in any one of those. And what we have right now in all the stations, other than us, is syndicated programming from the national level. You're not going to hear Steve Harvey say anything about Fayetteville.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and is where radio is right now. So you make a great point about having some local
it's
stuff.
really sad, yeah.
All right, look, I'm not going to beat your time now because it's your time.
We don't have any time. I mean, we don't need any time.
Publisher Bill always points out that Rocky Mount, which is smaller than us, has a TV station.
Well, what
It's always
TV
a
station is
comparison.
that?
I do not know.
WRL.
Oh, then it's not really a local
Well,
TV
I mean,
station.
we have a bureau in Rocky Mount, and my fight always was even with WRL is you light the towers for the Christmas tree in Raleigh, in Durham, in Rocky Mount. Why don't we light a tower here in Fayetteville? Crickets.
We have a water tower on Cliffdale
No,
Road.
we don't. We
that
have
does
the
have red,
Eiffel
white,
Tower.
and blue.
We have the Eiffel
well, that's
Tower.
true.
And
Yes.
that's the proposal that I made to Channel 5. And I went to the Bordeaux Shopping Center. I got them excited about it. They had just put new digital lights on it. I went to Fayetteville State University. We were going to have the Fayetteville State University choir out there singing songs. We could have had J. Cole. We could have had all kind of stuff. And we could have lit the tower at the Bordeaux Shopping Center, the Eiffel Tower, down here, 300 and some odd feet tall. I took pictures of me standing at the base of it, showed the platform, turned it into WRL. They said, we're going to get back to you, Gilbert. You know what I heard?
Crickets.
Hello.
J. Cole is the ultimate success story for Fayetteville. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame here and everything.
Sure. Well, we'll talk about him, but we're going to talk about the River Mist Band here. And look, I want to get to this point here. We're going to take a little break and come back to you. We're going to talk about the concert series that's going to be happening at Gates 4. And that, you did a finger up.
Right. So if I will have a minute when we come back.
Oh. All right, I'm going to give you the aerial view. Okay. All right. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNZ. We've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be mostly cloudy with late morning and early afternoon showers and a high of 78. We expect thunderstorms this evening with gusty winds being the main threats. We will then clear out overnight with a low of 60. And Thursday we'll have a few lingering showers that will clear away by early morning. We will then have mostly cloudy skies with a high of 77. Saturday is going to be a chilly day with more showers possible and will stay cool to start the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, right now the temperature is 59 degrees in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNZ.
Always first in News Talk for North Carolina. News Talk 640 WFNZ. Stream on iHeart anytime, anywhere. Just search WFNZ.
Ritchie Law Firm Injury Lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
Get more bang for your buck at DW Auto Dealers of Fayetteville. DW, Fayetteville's #1 buy here, pay here. No credit needed, no credit check. Bankruptcy, okay. Fast and easy. A bank loan? Forget about it. DW Auto Dealers is the bank. DW Auto Dealers. On Facebook, sell your car. DW Auto Dealers buys cars for top dollar. Must have clean title. Get cash on the spot. 910-339-0020. DW Auto Dealers of Fayetteville, 5306 Rayford Road.
From the beginning, they were applauded. Celebrate the music of Chicago. May 21st, Crown Theater. Chicago. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
When was the last time your CPA brought you a strategy that dramatically saved you taxes? This is Roger Harris, president of Whitehorse Financial. The two biggest robbers of wealth are debt and taxes. Our team of tax attorneys and tax planners help successful people legally pay less tax. If you have over $1 million in retirement accounts or you're selling a business or real estate, we may be able to help. Call 910-339-2625 for a 15-minute discovery call or visit whitehorse-financial.com. richieslaw.com.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So, even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code CHASE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CHASE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's CHASE.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Bays on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2 WFNC.
All right. News Talk 640 WFNC. Get rid of that music because we're going to get right back into this. I've got Linda Mcallister with up-and-coming weekly newspaper here in Fayetteville. And Greg Adair, who's the drummer for River Mist. I put all three of us on camera at one time right now. And we every other week you come in here and talk about stuff that's on in the newspaper. And you got a date and something very important you want to share.
You guys are having a fundraiser. It'll be at Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson.
Your mic was cut off in the beginning. Who is it again?
It is the Cape Beard. The Cape Beard guys. You know them.
Yeah.
Right. This is their 12th annual pig picking. 14th annual pig picking. And it is, the recipients are going to be the Autism Society and also the School of Hope that Amy Sparks and her husband founded. So that's going to be Saturday, the 14th. Sorry, I'm getting all my teens mixed up. It's the 16th of May. And that's going to be at Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson from 10 a.m. until 5. The other thing I want to point out to our readers, listeners, is that in the current issue, you'll find choices of how to celebrate Mother's Day and also the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby is coming up this weekend. So if you're thinking or trying to decide what to do, what to spend, or how to spend your time, pick up your up-and-coming weekly, and you'll see the stories about the Kentucky Derby and also Mother's Day. The other community event that I want people to be aware of, and Gilbert, you have interviewed the people that are putting on the One Community Salutes. This year it'll be 200 high schoolers who have signed on to join the military, be it the Army, the Air Force, the
Marine, Coast Guards, everyone.
Exactly, right. And that's going to be this coming Tuesday, the 6th of May. It's going to be at Methodist. And in the past, they've had 700 to 800 people. They expect 1,000 people this time.
Right. And that's why they moved it to Methodist University, because the site that they had just wasn't going to accommodate the crowd. And we're going to have them back in on Monday to remind folks that it's going to be happening Tuesday at Methodist University. It's just a fantastic program, and the community is invited to come out and take part. So I'm glad you brought that back up.
And I wanted to compliment Driven, isn't it Driven Academy that you
Driven
interviewed?
Sports, yes.
Yes,
Steve Brock.
because, yes, I first heard about them on this program, and they are a sponsor of Sunday Fun Day at the Woodpeckers. Their little name is written in there. And if people listen to Good Morning Fayetteville, they will be introduced to a lot of the unknown gems here in town that make our community
Well, that's what
so
we
important.
do.
That's
what
and
we
that's
do.
what we do too.
Well, look, and that's right, and so and that's a good transition to Greg Adair, who is the drummer for River Mist. Greg, the concert series right now, and I've got the list here. That's going to be happening at Gates Ford. I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Tell us about that and your involvement with that. And you got one coming up that you and I are competing because you do River Mist, the band at the boat. What was it?
Rockin' on the River?
Rockin' on the River.
Rockin' on the River, yeah.
Campbellton,
So while you're doing that, I'm in there doing karaoke, and man, there's a crowd in that parking lot right there.
Yeah. What you
That's
need to
just
do is come
fantastic.
out there and do that before and during the breaks of everything.
And come singing and run back in there. Okay. Well, look, tell us about the concert series that's coming up at Gates 4. That's a big deal.
The Gates 4 is a wonderful concert series. It's going in its 6th year. We've already had the kickoff partnered with the Greater Fayetteville Chamber, which is a partner on everything that we are involved with, and also with the river. But Gates 4 has been gracious to us. Kevin Lavertu, Gates 4 Country Club is just one of the most beautiful places. It's the pavilion in between the two greens outside. It's just beautiful to look at. Band sets up there, got indoor bathrooms out there for everybody, and adult drinks sponsored by Healy. And the Kidsville News Foundation, too, is a part as far as the Gates 4 concert series. They're the nonprofit, and they supply books to a lot of needy children across the counties and region. So, but the first one coming up we'll talk about is also I wanted to give recognition to Jay and JJ Dowdy from All American Homes, Lumbee Guarantee Bank, and Serve Pro, and also Certified Heating and Air. They are the title sponsors, the main sponsors for this event. This is what makes it free.
You know, and I'm looking at the card here, and hats off to Bill Bowman and to Up and Coming Weekly, because Bill and the paper really just backed this thing. Of course, he's I don't know if he's a member out there at Gates 4, but he is involved and kind of pump some life back into this concert series, and we always look forward to it every year.
Yeah.
So, are you guys playing out there?
Bill's one of them. He's a pioneer dude, man. He's going to go get it, and he's made a lot of. I mean, I've got into these guys. I've always done his booking for his bands, and I always coordinate the bands so that neither one of the concert series repeat themselves with the bands.
Well, you got some great bands here. Go ahead and run them off before we run out of time.
Yeah. Okay. May 23rd specifically, we're going to look at a Skinner tribute band, "Give Me Back My Skinner," that has two particularly guitar players that are really young kids, long hair. Persona from Skinner is just stunning.
Well, you talk about long hair. I'm not mad at you, but go ahead, continue.
But those kids, I mean, on stage, you think you were listening to Skinner. I mean, it's just that true. And I vet these bands.
He's talking about Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner, yeah. But Give Me Back My Skinner is the name of that band. And all of these Gates 4 shows, you can enter at 5:30. You can get some food. There'll be a food truck out there. You can also order from JP's inside. You can get drinks starting then too, and get you a seat. You can order upgrade. You can be under the awning at a table for a little bit of money if you want to be out of the weather and out of the elements and get some food and drink service, and be quick, be more accessible to the band and dance floor. But it's a happening place, man. It's got it going on, and
got three more there: June 27th, June 25th, and June 22nd.
Okay, June 27th is going to be a local showdown, regional blowout thing, and that's going to be Autumn Tide, which is Doyle Wood's band. He's a Hall of Famer here in Fayetteville. That's Doyle Wood's band, and that's leading up to 80s Unleashed, which will be the headliner there. And then July 25th, I always try to keep myself clear of these because I work all day on these things, and it kills me. But Bill insists that we play at Gates 4. So we're playing the July 25th one with River Mist. And then August 22nd, Dalton Davis Band. That's a really good country band. So there's a really big mix of stuff going on here,
Well, and that is the understatement of the day. There's always stuff going on in Fayetteville, and there's people saying, there's nothing to do here. You have to get out from underneath the rock.
They're lying.
Yeah. That's what it is. All right, look, it's about time for us to kick you to the curb, but great conversation, and we still have time.
Can I bring up one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
My river show starts on the 15th, which is prior to this. Rocking on the Rivers down there behind Deep Creek Outfitters, and it starts May 15th. With Reflections 2 here locally. They'll start at 6. And then the headliner is Shoot to Thrill, the girls' AC/DC band. They're dynamite.
All right, well, look, Linda, bring him back. You guys will be in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
And so we can continue to highlight what's happening throughout the summer, spring and summer here, based on your coverage of the events that are happening in this community. And the local folks, like Greg, really add the flavor to what it is we're talking about and happening here.
And if I can mention that it's Fayetteville Dinner Theater That is the
Fayetteville Dinner Theater,
face
yeah.
of Bill
That's the Gates
Bowman.
Fort, yeah, sure
Exactly.
is. And this is the side gig that I have with Bill, and then when the river is a creation, and then that's all the things I try to do as far as what I do I'll do the fair. Been doing that for 14 years, and some other things, So
great. We appreciate having you in the community, but more importantly, we appreciate having you on Good Morning Fayetteville.
Thank you.
And you're welcome to come back here. Bring him back. I like this guy. I like his hair. His hair used to looks like my hair. You like his hair, Trevor? His hair looks like our hair used to be.
Before we lost our hair,
Yeah, okay. All right. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got local news right now with CBS 17.
Good morning from the CBS 17 newsroom. I'm Bill Young. The mother of an elementary school student in Cumberland County was arrested and charged after authorities say her child brought a gun to school. It happened at Lucille Souders Elementary School on Monday. According to police, a staff member discovered the unloaded gun after the student set off a detector while entering the school. Doreen McDuffie was ultimately arrested and charged with failing to properly store a firearm. She was released from the Cumberland County Detention Center on a $5,000 bond. Fayetteville native rapper J. Cole entering a team into the soccer tournament in Cary. J. Cole said the Dreamville Football Club will feature top talent from around the world. Players will be announced on social media in the coming weeks. The soccer tournament begins May 27th at Wake Med Soccer Park in Cary. Art After Hours is taking place this Thursday at the Arts Council of Fayetteville on Hay Street. It's from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and features the current exhibit, Joined by Stitching a Quilter's Art. It's all part of a bigger effort to draw people to the Cool Springs Downtown Social District. And speaking of the Cool Springs Downtown District, you have until April 30th, tomorrow at midnight, to nominate innovators in downtown. This includes Small Business Superstar, Arts Innovator, and Volunteer of the Year, and that's just to name a few. You're able to submit those nominations through the Cool Spring Downtown District website. Stay updated 24/7 by downloading the CBS 17 News app. From the CBS 17 Newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
Today will be mostly cloudy with late morning and early afternoon showers and a high of 78. We expect thunderstorms this evening with gusty winds being the main threats. We will then clear out overnight with a low of 60. And Thursday we'll have a few lingering showers that will clear away by early morning. We will then have mostly cloudy skies with a high of 77. Saturday is going to be a chilly day with more showers possible and will stay cool to start the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. 61 right now in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also Fort Bragg. You're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you price custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.